All right. Peace to the family. How are you guys doing now? That's what I want to know. So this is a random stream. I had things that I had to do. How you guys doing now? My wife had me waiting and my daughter for them to go shopping or do whatever they're doing. And Sonetta and I, we was building and we said, man, you know what? We give these Hebrews time to prepare their spooky stories. And if only people really heard what they say first. So what we gonna do? What's up, family? What we gonna do? We gonna pull a Hebrew drive-by. That's what this is called. Hebrew drive-by. Call it random Hebrews about their pseudoism. So let's see who we can get on the phone and see who. Let's see how this goes. I got brother Sonetta on the phone right now. Si, you can say what up to the people.
Peace and Black Power family. You already know what it is. Yeah, this is going to be called the random drive-by right now, and we got something that we're going to give to y'all sometime, maybe this Sunday, where we're going to put together some clips to show you how crazy that this thing could get. So y'all just sit back and relax, and we are not going to tell you what they say. We're going to let you see it for yourself. All right, family? So, Polite, I called the Negro Michael. I want you to call Michael Edwards, man. See if you want to get on the stream. He's going to be the first Negro that we got to talk to.
Say less.
Michael Edwards, because he's been wild.
Without further ado, we call the first random pseudo Hebrew. Let's get this in. Hold on.
He might run.
We gonna get his ass now.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Do what you gotta do, man. Damn, somebody want me to move the freaking car. Hold on. Damn. All right, hold on. They gotta learn how to drive, man. That's gotta be good. Hey, what's up, brother? So, yo.
What's happening, brother? How you doing, man?
I got Sonetta on the phone to keep it real because I don't want to repeat what Sai is saying without telling you. You feel me?
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me blow my nose. I'm blowing my nose, man. Hold on a second. Excuse me, man.
What the hell?
Allergies going crazy out here. All this rain and stuff. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sai, you on the phone? Sonetta. Oh shit, hold on, my bad.
Okay.
You know, no, I'm gonna have him call you because my three-way is acting funny right now. I'm gonna have him call you right now.
Okay.
Polite, you don't hear me?
Shit. I made him call Mike. He's waiting for your call right now.
Did you just call him?
Yes, I did. I spoke with him. Call him because my three-way, I had to turn my phone off and do it again because sometimes my three-way be jammed up.
All right, I'm going to call him right now.
Yeah, call him right now. You think that's good? You think it's cool?
All right. Close to start.
Oh, okay.
Still going to start.
Yeah. Cause matter of fact, we're going late, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. We don't need to be tripping. If it's close here, I'm good. I'm good here. I'll go off so we can catch our movie.
I had an account.
Okay, so we just waiting for Sa. Waiting for Sa to call Michael Edwards. Oh shit, he calling me now. My bad. Okay. You see it?
All right, brother Mike, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Damn. Hold on.
Polite, you there?
Yeah, hold on real quick. I'm sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, sorry for all the confusion, man.
Put this up for me.
I finally got my brother, one of my strongest Hebrews here.
Yo, hold on, real quick. Brother Mike.
Yeah.
So what I was telling you is, I was speaking to Sonetta, and he was giving me some real disturbing news about Jonah in the well, right? And he told me he was buck dancing, but I don't want to assume that what Sonetta is saying about you is a fact until I hear it from you direct. I got your number. So I told Sa, I said, I'm a dare Mike to actually say what you're telling me he said to you, because I know some things I might have got lost in translation. Now, what I want to tell you, Mike, is this, because I'm never going to record you without your permission. He called me when I was going live. So you're live right now, and I want to give you the opportunity to haul ass and hang up your phone so you don't got to answer about Jonah and the whale. So I want you to know you can hang up the phone right now, or you can stand like a man and tell us if a whole man got swallowed by a big fish and came out 3 days later, still able to walk and talk and breathe and exercise.
Okay. Well, number one, if we're going to ask me to talk like a man, I'm going to have to ask you to ask me like a man, right? Not call me in a covert manner, right? And then recording while we're picking up. But I will speak what I said to Sarnetta about Jonah.
Okay, so for the record, can Sarnetta ask you the question again? For the record, as the same way he asked you when I wasn't on the phone?
Say it again, brother?
Can Sarnetta ask you the same question that he asked you earlier, and you say the same thing you said to him when I wasn't on the phone?
Of course.
Sarnetta, can you ask him what you asked? Yo, Sarnetta. We're on Sarnetta's phone, and he's not even responding.
He's a little scared. He's trying to get his notes together.
Okay, my brother Mike. You know I love you, Mike. I'm doing one of your. Relax, calm down, brother. You know I love you, Mike. I'm doing one of your roles. That's what you do. You know I love you, brother. I just want to ask you a question. Because a lot of people. Mike, can you relax, brother?
You're funny, man. This is like hilarious to me.
Okay, it's gonna get real hilarious when you answer this fucking question. Here's the question, my brother. You know I love you. I'm just asking you a question, and I was listening to a video, and I remember one of Polite's videos where we was talking to GMS, and we was talking about a fish that swallowed a whole man for 3 days. So I'm asking you, do you also subscribe to that story because it's in the Bible, in the book of Jonah, chapter 1? I think it's verse chapter 1, somewhere over there.
17.
I get it if you
verse 17.
Yeah, chapter 1, verse 17. I want everybody to get that. Chapter 1, verse 17. I want everybody to get that and look at it so you don't think, oh, Brother Saul, you making this thing up. So do you subscribe to the teachings that a fish swallowed the whole man? For 3 days, he was dead in the belly of a fish. And the third day, he was abhorred, like the fish spit him back up, and the man became alive again. The man was alive again. Do you believe that story? Yes or no? That's all I want to know.
Okay, again, when you ask a man and a scholar a question is not answered by a yes or no answer. Fam. When you ask me a question about a comprehensive document, this is what I told you before on the phone. You can't ask me a question about a book that's been compressed in history and say yes or no. Why? Because I could do the same thing to you. I gave you an example, and I'll give the same answer before I answer your question. Listen closely. In all of our documents, they are heavily translated. I'll give you an answer of why you can't answer yes or no to a question like that. When I go into Raymond Faulkner's translations of the Papyrus of Ani, on plate 7, in English, the meaning says that Osiris is the soul of Ra, with he whom he himself copulated. That's autofellatio. That means that the soul of Ra.
Mike, I'm not.
No.
This is called
answering, and I'm telling you why I can never give you a yes or no answer to a comprehensive question.
I'm asking you about a goddamn fish.
Be man enough to listen to the answer. Be man enough to listen to the answer. Be man enough to listen to the answer.
All you Hebrews.
Hey, yo, Sarnetta. Yo, stop. Yo, stop. Yo, stop. Yo, stop. No, don't worry. Yo, Sarnetta. Yo, Sarnetta.
You wasn't scared a minute ago.
Sinetta.
Scared a minute ago.
I'm asking you about the book of Jonah. You take the
You gotta put your pants on.
I love you. You're looking bad right now. You're looking bad right now. Man.
Hey, listen. Hey, yo, Sinetta. Watch this. Yo, brother. Yeah, please. Yo, hold on, Mike. I'm making sure you're gonna talk. Mike, I'm making sure you're gonna talk. I'm gonna ask Sinetta, do like you do us. No matter what he say, we gonna give this man 5 minutes, and if he need more than 5 minutes, we gonna give him that. Because what we not gonna do is address anything other than this question first and foremost.
You don't get it.
Okay. All right.
Now did a whole man get swallowed by a big fish and come back out 3 days out that fish? Hold on, Mike. You're gonna answer. I'm gonna give you your time, Mike. No filibustering. I want to make sure you got all the time you need to give us a non-yes or no. So the question for the people who may have just came in: did a whole man get swallowed by a big fish and live in that fish belly for 3 days, unscathed, unsinged, come out walking and talking after 3 days after being in the belly of a big fish? That's what we want to know according to the Bible. And Mike is going to give us the answer if that fish existed or not.
Yo, you about to choke me, man. I'm over here fucking in tears, dude, laughing at y'all, man. Okay, my 5 minutes now. Is my 5 minutes ready?
You good right now? It's 8:27 over here. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Now, as I was just explaining, historical documents, comprehensive, heavily translated and transliterated documents can never be answered with a yes or no answer. That's silly. That's really scary. That's pseudo to ask a person a question in fear like that. I said I could do the same thing with your documents. I'm not bringing it up to disrespect the question. I'm bringing it up to show you why it takes a comprehensive answer. If I say the Papyrus of Ani textually in English has autofellatio in it on plate 7 by Raymond Faulkner, you would tell me, no, it doesn't mean that. Raketti Amon would say, no, Michael, it doesn't mean that, right? And it doesn't, require only yes or no answer. It requires scholarship, right? It requires explanation. So here's my explanation. You can't tell me how to answer when you ask me a question. When you walk into a zoo and you open the lion's cage, you don't get to pull out a gun because, your negligence, your ignorance. You have to sit and endure what you unlocked. Now, I'm telling you, the story of Jonah is a sign. Get the word right. S-I-G-N. Sign, right?
Yes, sir.
The sign is indicative of the man whom Jonah represents in the story. The story is not about a simple fish on the English textual level. The Bible is never written in English, and the Bible is never written on a philosophy level of English philosophy only. The Bible is written on several different levels. The translation, the gematria or the numerical value, and then the textual criticism, which actually has to do with what the text implies and the people that it was speaking to. Again, the story of Jonah is a sign. It is a prophecy. Christ comes later and tells you, when the people do what you guys are asking me to do, give us a sign, Mike, prove it. Christ says the same thing I'm telling you. No sign shall be given this generation. Only an adulterous and perverse generation seeketh after a sign. The only sign you will be given is the sign of the prophet Jonah. What was the sign of the prophet Jonah? It was declared in textual English as a fish. But, family, a fish is not normally a sign unless you're looking at it as an astrological symbol
On your phone, yes, sir.
and an event that hails the coming of a being or a time. Said, so as Jonah was in the belly of the whale, or the belly of the fish. Y'all said whale. I corrected Sonetta. It's not whale. Whales don't live in the Mediterranean Sea. Christ says, as Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth. Now, without you going back to that short book of Jonah, which is only 3 chapters so, and trying to get me to condense an answer, you have to understand what the book of Jonah is. Again, it is a sign hailing the King of Kings, man, and the actual astrological symbol that is associated with the Christ, a fish. What does the fish symbolize in astrology? You tell me, son. That I bet you don't know. I bet you polite, you know.
Don't worry, son.
5 minutes is not up.
Actually, it is, but go ahead.
No, it's not. I'm looking at my watch, baby.
Okay, go ahead.
Watch. Okay? All right. Now, again, the Bible is written on several levels. Again, the textual level, if you want to stick with the baby Dr. Seuss part of it, you want to read it in English? Okay, let's deal with the English. Well, I'm telling you, the textual criticism, the actual meaning is a prophecy. But the English will tell you that Jonah was swallowed by a fish. Let's discover what type of fish in the Mediterranean area can swallow a man. And then I'm going to give you other historians that corroborate this event able to be happening because it happened before, right?
This happened more than once, Mike? A whole man got swallowed by a fish?
I'm going to get, okay, you want to listen?
All right, now let me talk.
Hold on, son. We're going to give him 3 more minutes.
You don't get to talk. You don't get to talk. Sit back and be a big boy. All right?
Don't worry, son. Give him 3 more minutes. Go ahead, Mike.
Give him 3 more minutes. Give him 3 more minutes. All right. I'm going to give you an example of historians that talked about this type of thing before. Diodorus Siculus, 60 BC. Manilius, 1st century AD. Pausanias, 2nd century AD. Claudius, Opinion, Eudexius, Hesychius, right? These are all historians that talked about sea serpents, that talked about great fish, or what would be called ketos, great fish, or even sea serpents. Now, what are analogous to the Mediterranean area of Nineveh? On the left side of Nineveh, you have the Mediterranean Sea. Inside of Nineveh, you have tributaries that are fed by the Mediterranean Sea. What does this give you the idea? This lets you know that the fish that live in the Mediterranean Sea often end up in Nineveh. Why? Because that's how lakes, streams, tributaries, large bodies of water, they work in tandem like that. Okay? Now, what beings are in the Mediterranean Sea that could be of this size textually on your English Dr. Seuss level? Well, let's talk about the Mediterranean bluefin tuna. That's a large fish. They grow from, 2 feet to 10 to 12 feet. They also have in the Mediterranean Sea large sharks. They also have in the Mediterranean Sea large sea snakes. All that can be considered fish, not whales. Now, that's a very simple implication, but I'm not at all telling you that that's what the story is about. I said the actual textual criticism is a prophecy unveiled about a man that is born under an astrological sign. What is that sign? It is a fish. So you've misunderstood really the actual textual criticism portion of the conveyance. What y'all are getting hung up on is an English translation. And you know good and well, if Robert Faulkner's saying that autofellatio, and then Raketi Amin says, no, it's not autofellatio, then we have to do some methodology and have to reconcile with these two texts and how we ought to understand things. Is it autofellatio in the Papyrus of Ani? Is it a fish in the book of Jonah? I say to you both, absolutely unequivocally no. That the text in English, the translation says a fish. When we deal with mythos and propagating culture, it's the same way from culture to culture. They always do that. Always.
Right, thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not done. I'm not done. And it's not even 3 minutes yet. But I'll close it in 30 seconds for you because you're getting antsy. Again, on the textual level and on the actual textual criticism level of the manuscript, they both say one thing and the other say the other. One says prophecy. One says literal. Now, at this point, after the explanation, still there's a deeper question. Which one do you believe? Not me, because I know what I believe. I say prophecy. Christ came walking and unveiled that prophecy. But you that can only read English, you tell me what you believe. Press play, baby. Go ahead.
Hey, Sinetta, before you go, real quick, Sinetta.
And before you do that,
oh gosh,
which
Mike.
one of you guys am I debating here about this question? Which one of y'all?
You're debating the same community on behalf of Brother Sinetta. Okay, so Sinetta is the one. Yeah, it's a community thing, but Sinetta is leading the charge. So Sinetta, before you go, I just want everyone to know, if you're looking at the screen right now, we looked up the bluefin tuna that exists in the Mediterranean, and it says that the Atlantic bluefin tuna typically hunts small fish such as sardines, herring, and mackerel, and invertebrates such as squid and crustaceans. Nowhere here is anything big enough to be a human. And then we also have here some images, if you look at the screen right now, of a Mediterranean blue tuna who obviously cannot in-house a human being just looking at the mouth. Okay, just looking at the mouth of these bluefin tunas, you can clearly see.
Picture, brother, while you're doing that.
Hey, yes, and I'll share it. I'll share it.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Go ahead,
and also, I want to forewarn Mike that there are what you call fraudulent bluefin tunas that have been put out there, and I seen the picture of that, so I'll be glad to let the people see that picture too. Because hold on, let me see if I can pull it up for you. There's the fraudulent bluefin tuna that's been put out that's larger than the rest of these guys and still wouldn't be big enough to swallow a human whole. But Brother Sinetta, go ahead. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, brother. Okay, Mike, hold on. This is Sinetta's time. I just wanted everybody to see what we're talking about here.
I thought you were speaking.
Hey, I'm just moderating and helping out. Sinetta asked me to pull it up. Sinetta asked, hold on. Yo, Mike, first of all, Mike, we gave you over 10 minutes when you were supposed to get 5.
Of course, but since you're showing slides, show the ones I just showed you.
Now, I'm going to have to tell you like Sinetta told Black Jesus. I'm going to have to tell you like Sinetta told Black Jesus. You don't run this show, nigga. You got to chill. I'll show it on your time. I'll show it on your time. Right now, you got to allow Sinetta to do what he does. Sinetta asked me, pull it up. Since, yeah, he asked me to pull it up. He texted me. Go ahead.
All right. I'll ask Michael a question.
Be careful asking Michael questions because he ain't going to want to stop talking.
No, I know.
I'm waiting for you to get it out the park. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Don't be scared. Step on it, baby.
Oh, thanks a lot. It's definitely going to close here.
All right. Earlier, everybody heard me ask Michael a question. In the book of Jonah, 1, chapter 17. Now the Lord has prepared a great fish to swallow. Damn, I can't really see this. It's little. To swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days, 3 nights. Now, when I asked him, do he believe this, he went on to tell us about a goddamn sign. I don't give a fuck about a sign. I'm not asking you about no sign. I'm asking you, do you believe that a man was swallowed by a fish? He went on to tell us about ancient Egypt. He tap danced around the whole goddamn story talking about nothing. For 10 goddamn minutes, he still didn't say, yes, I do believe it, or no, that didn't happen. So what the hell is he doing here? Now, I'm going to ask him this question, and I only need to ask you this question is either a yes or no. If you don't believe it, just let it go. So are you saying, Michael, that Jonah was not swallowed by a fish? Because according to Jesus, you said Jesus said that he was swallowed by a fish. So I'm asking you, was Jonah swallowed by a fish according to the story? Yes or no? I don't need to hear everything else. I'm just dealing with this chapter right here.
This is your time. This is your time. I want you to shoot till you run out of bullets, baby, and then I'll load you back
and
up.
I'm asking you, is this chapter real, brother? Do you believe in this chapter?
No, it's your time to shoot. It's your time to shoot. Shoot till you run out of bullets.
I'm gonna make my time short. No, I'm not.
Okay, so Mike, yo, hold on, Mike, hold on, Sinetta. Sinetta is willing. Mike, Sinetta is willing. Mike, Sinetta is willing. Listen, listen, Mike, you can't do that, man. Mike, hold on. Yo, Mike, hold on, Mike. Yo, Mike, come on, brother, you gotta stop, Mike. Come on, brother Mike, hello. Listen, what we're saying is Sinetta's willing to sacrifice a minute and even two probably of his time. Because before you said you couldn't answer the question just yes or no. So now that you said everything that you have to say, the people want to know, do you believe a real fish swallowed a real man whole and the man stayed in there, hold on, and the man stayed in there for 3 days, came out unsinged and unscathed, ready to do exercise and go back home to his family? Do you believe that?
One more time. Shoot until you run out of bullets, and then I'll come back and light you up. Take your time and give your spiel so I can destroy you.
Okay. So now I want to ask yo, I know. Yeah, we'll call another Hebrew. He forfeit.
You ran out of bullets, man.
Hey, everybody. All right, Mike, I got you. Watch this, Mike. Watch this. Yo, Mike, watch this. Watch this, Mike. I want y'all to, in the chat.
If you want me to speak, you want me to answer.
Yeah, Mike, hold on. I got you.
Well, listen to me.
Mike, hold on.
Listen to me carefully. And I don't want to deal with signs. I don't want to deal with none of that. I'm bringing
you don't want to deal with what you don't want to deal with.
Let me finish, Mike. Let me finish. I'm bringing your attention. See, he does this because the nigga ain't got no fucking answer for it.
That's right.
He
knows that he's gonna have to answer yes or no. That dancing shit is bullshit. Do you believe in the book? Do you believe in your fucking book? The whole totality of the book? Yes or no, nigga? That's what we
book. Nigga, my book.
Listen, book of Jonah, nigga.
You don't keep talking. You don't keep talking, nigga.
In the book of Jonah, the first chapter 17. See, you fucking scared, man. Now you see it.
Okay,
Chapter 17.
I'm sorry, I got to put y'all through this.
Do you subscribe to chapter 17? Yes or no? Yes or
I
no?
subscribe to the actual text in the language that it's written in.
Hey, Sinetta. Yo, brother Mike, hold on. I'm gonna give you your shot. Yo, Si, hold on real quick, Si. Hey, brother Mike. Brother Mike. Brother Mike, hold on. Brother Mike, hold on, brother Mike. Mike, hold on, Mike. Yo, Mike, you said you'll wait your turn. Yo, Mike, you say you don't want to speak. Yo, Mike, you say you don't want to speak during this time. Hold on. So you don't got to talk no more until Sinette is finished. Now, Si, hold on. Yo, Mike. It's okay. You can wait your turn, Mike. Yo, we don't want you to speak yet. Yeah. Now before you Sa. Yo, Sonetta, hold on real quick. Yeah. We could. Now hold on, Mike. Mike, please hold on, please. Now, what I want to Mike, can you hold on? Yo, Mike, come on, brother. Stop, please. Now, what I want to stop real quick, my brother. Stop. Come on, Mike. You doing that crazy stuff. Stop, Mike. All right, so look. Yo, we want to ask the people out there, so far, did Sonetta just catch a body, or did Mike convince you guys he answered the question? Press 9. Press 9 if Sonetta caught a body, and we need to move on to another Hebrew. Press 6. Press 6 if you think Michael Edwards won this.
Let me finish my time, Mike.
Press 9 if we need to do another drive-by. Press 9.
Let me finish my time. Let me finish my time.
Hey, Sonetta, everybody said press 9. Everybody's pressing 9.
Let me finish my time.
Mike didn't know that there was a walking snake in the palace of Hades.
Hey, yo, Sa, we got to move on to another Hebrew, Sa. We got him. We got to move on. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Sa. Yeah, use your time. Yo, Mike, you can't talk during this time, Mike. Come on, Mike. Mike, be fair, man. You need to look at this chat room. Yo, everybody's saying Sa caught the body. Let me share this. Everybody press 9 if Sonetta caught the body.
Anything about anything.
Press 9.
I'm telling you that you caught a body. Are you crazy?
Hey, this is on the record.
When you gonna finish your time? You gonna stretch your 5 minutes?
Yo, he did not speak nowhere longer than you, bro. Stop that. Okay, good, brother, but let Sonetta speak, bro. Hey, Sonetta, just hang up the phone on him, bro. Yo, you gotta hang up the phone on him hang up the phone on him. No, hang up the phone on him because Michael, we try to keep you on the phone, but you insist on talking during other people's time.
This is what the Hebrews do, right?
Yeah, hang up on them.
They ass in a corner and you back them in the corner. They don't let you talk because they try to make it look like they know what the fuck they talking about, and he don't. I asked him a simple question. Jonah, chapter 1, right?
Yes.
Verse 17. Dude, read the shit for yourself. It's in your book. Jesus is telling you. Your God is telling you that he's going to get a goddamn fish to swallow Jonah for 3 days and 3 nights. And then he abhorred him and spit him up. And then the man was alive after that. So I'm asking a simple question. Did the fish actually swallow the man? And look at how he unravels. Look at how he goes crazy. He can't just say, well, you know what? Yes, he did. Or no, I don't believe in that. Simple. It's a yes, he did. Or I don't believe in that. Or you do believe in the whole fucking book or you don't. This is what they do when they know they whole chapter looks stupid and they sound foolish, even trying to act like this. These are grown ass men with families that believe in this type of bullshit. Now, me and Palais had a conversation earlier, and I'm gonna say we know GMS is a fucked up group, but I'm gonna tell you I respect GMS more than a lot of these other Hebrews, and let me tell you what I mean by that. I respect them where they would tell you that they believe in their book, no matter how fucked up it is. They stand on that fucked up shit. When me and Polite asked them about the Jonah, and I wish Polite had that tape where Polite could play it, and they said, yeah, Jonah was swallowed by a fish for 3 days and 3 nights. They stand on what they fucking believe in, no matter how fucked up the book is. And that's why I gotta respect them on that.
That's right.
Whereas these other fucking Hebrews will try to tell you, nah, this is what really happened. Like they sat right on the right side of God, and God is telling them what really happened. They make up all kind of shit instead of getting right to the damn point. Michael, you got body, you lost. Now I want to call a gorilla Hebrew. Let's get him. He don't know.
Hey, call Divine Prospect real quick.
Divine Prospect.
Call him real quick.
Okay, I call Divine Prospect. These are drive-bys. We don't buy these motherfuckers.
Hey, look at Michael Edwards in the chat now. Michael Edwards in the chat. Yo, let him have it in the chat, y'all. Let him have it. Yo, Michael Edwards did not answer the question. He refused to say yes. He refused to say no. He pretty much said, maybe so. I don't know what he said. He didn't even say maybe. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mike. Now go do your study and come back and see if you could do a better job. Because talking about something else.
All right, hey, Brother Divine, I want to let you know you got the right to hang up quick if you want to. Nav, I just want to ask you one quick question that I asked you, and I want it on the record. And I want to ask you about Jonah and the fish. That's all.
Hey, remember, Divine. Hey, peace to the. Hold on, real quick, Sal. Peace to the brother Divine. I just wanted to say what up to him before you go into your build. Peace to the brother Divine.
Oh,
peace.
that's good.
Hey, I'm doing good, King. Yo, I like the info you've been disseminating when you was going at because I know they being ignorant as hell, and you was putting a lot of powerful information forth. I commend you for that powerful information. You was busting their ass, in my opinion. But anyway, in another conversation, you have every right to hang up. What we're not going to do is record you without you knowing. We on live, and you can hang up immediately if you do not want to answer if a whole fish actually swallowed a whole man, according to the Bible, Jonah chapter 1, verse 17. Be it a whale, mammal, whatever. It was a water creature. Did a whole fish swallow a whole man? Yes or no? Is it possible to get is this a real fish that swallowed a real man and that man stayed in that fish for 3 days and came out unsinged, unscathed, undigested, just thrown up and went home back to his family? Is this true or false? Can such a thing even happen?
All right, so the first question you asked is a yes or no. I'm going to say I don't know. I have no clue if that's historically accurate or not. And that's what I had shared with Sarnetta. What I told him is what's most important to me in regards to me identifying as an Israelite is the cultural significance of why that was even placed there in the literature in the first place, which is to teach a principle to the people so that way they continue to know what their ancestors wanted them to do when making certain decisions. The second thing you asked me, is that even possible? I don't know if that's possible or not. I have not seen that recorded anywhere. I can't verify it, so I'm not going to sit here and blindly tell you or anybody else that, yes, that's 100% fact. I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask you this real quick.
You know what, Devon?
Go ahead.
No, hold up, Clay.
Go ahead.
I want to say that I respect this brother to the utmost, and I told you that's why he's totally different from all these other Hebrews. He didn't give us a whole taking us around Brooklyn and Jersey and then taking us back down south. He went directly and said, well, you know what? I can't tell you because I don't know. I can't, and you got to respect that. Whereas these other dudes would try to do all kind of crazy shit to prove their point, even though they know that shit was bullshit and they know they wrong. So I respect Divine's answer.
Hey, Divine, now let me ask you this, Divine. If you don't know if the fish actually existed, how do you know the purpose of the story if you don't know if the fish actually existed? Like if one knew the fish existed, then I could understand the premise that you understand the significance of it being written. But if you don't know if the fish existed, how can you be sure the reason why this was written in the first place if you don't even know if it's a true or a false story?
Well, technically speaking, something could be historical fiction, right?
Okay.
Or something could be written in regards to being a literary device to teach a message to a people.
Totally understand.
In any ancient culture, right? In Mesopotamia, in Kemet, in West Africa, where certain things that's in an environment that people are able to identify, and they say, hey, okay, well, what's the best way to convey to our future generations that if the patron deity who we covenant with had put you on a mission to accomplish something, at what odds will you be willing to turn away from it, and what circumstances could possibly happen to you? So it was a teaching tool, and that's why the text was written, in order for people to understand that when you're called or assigned to do something, you have to do your best to follow through to it and commit to it, because otherwise,
so Divine,
something as grave as being eaten by a fish can happen to you. And again, we see this motive in plenty of other ancient cultures as well. It's not unique to ancient.
Oh, hold on, Divine. Slow down. How do we know it's a teaching tool if we don't know if this was a written account of something that actually happened? You may not have caught. I heard what you said, but if you are saying it's a teaching tool, I would believe you're saying that this never happened. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but see, things also can be folk tales. Things can be folklore. Things could be something that was passed down to say, hey, this is what happens. It could be a myth. Something can have an ounce of truth, but then be exaggerated for the purpose of teaching a message to a particular person or group of people. This is, again, techniques that were used in several other cultures as well. This is ancient Near Eastern literature.
All right, so let me ask the question differently. Let me ask the question differently. Have you come to the conclusion that this was merely a teaching tool, meaning this was not a legitimized story, but a story that's told so it can reveal a sign? Did you come to the conclusion yourself? And how might one be able to arrive at the same conclusion? Or is it purely subjective and at the discretion of each reader to assume if it is true or false?
Yeah, so what I would say is what you said, a lot of what you said as far as coming to discretion, it is up to the discretion of the reader to interpret what has been handed down to them.
Okay.
Right? In order for you to properly put into context what the message is again, you have to look at it objectively in the light of other ancient Near Eastern literature and see what are certain things. I'll give you an example, right?
Okay.
If you look in Mesopotamia, right, Mesopotamian culture, there's a book that's out right now, and it does a comparative and analytical study of ancient age cultures in regards to myths, in regards to folk tales, folklore, and I can send Senator the link or email it to you if you want it. And what they do is that they put ancient Israel in the same context with other ancient Near Eastern cultures, and they look at the certain, let's say, messages or stories or narratives, and they compare the narratives and say, okay, well, during this period of time, and if we're talking about Jonah, this is during the Assyrian situation, so I will put it about the 8th century BCE. What other narratives and comparative cultures can we look at and see what elements that this story contains that we see elsewhere? And we see a lot of different similarities in other Canaanite, Mesopotamian, and ancient Kemetic cultures, that things that they will use as teaching tools that they were familiar with in their environment. I'll give you an example. In Nineveh, if you know where that's located, it's not far from the sea area. As you know, also, there's a deity called Dagon that is there, which is the fish deity of the Philistines or anybody along that region right there. So it was known from people back then that if you were to stretch out too much into the sea, because again, sea or yam was something that was treacherous and something that was unstable, and you happened to disappear, it was believed that a great whale or a great fish ate and swallowed you up. So if that was to happen to a person who was to turn away from a divine assignment, then they could say, well, wow, this will be a great teaching tool in order to share with our community to say, hey, look, these are the consequences that can occur to you if you've been given an assignment and you decide not to commit to it, because the people you have to give the message to are people that you hate. And therefore, it becomes a teaching tool. So a lot of people, when they look at the text, they take everything literally point for point for point, and that's their prerogative if they choose to interpret it that way. For me, the most important thing is the cultural significance in the narrative and what it teaches us today, that when we apply it, we can yield the same results.
Okay, my brother. Well, I don't want to be redundant. I totally appreciate how you communicated that process, and that's what I will say for that, without being redundant. But I do appreciate your answer far above and beyond, let's say, Michael Edwards, because he was just completely ridiculous. And Divine is bringing us a lot more perspective, and that we can appreciate. However, I want to say this to you. I understand everything you're talking about, doing a comparative study or analysis of other cultures and communities to see if we see a recurring theme here. All of that makes sense. I agree with that, with the exception of this part. If I want to just find out if this fish was real, that swallowed a whole human being for 3 days, and then after those 3 days, that human being comes out unscathed, unsinged, undigested, and ready to walk home back to his family. If someone tells me I need to read other stories to see if I could find out if this is true, I'm going to look at them weird. But if you say, brother, I don't believe that happened. I believe that this is an account or a sign that we could just learn from. I get it, but I don't believe they both can exist at the same time. I don't believe a person could tell me I don't know if this fish is real. However, this is an account that we can learn from, because I don't know if I could learn from that account if I don't know if that fish is real. However, I do understand what you're saying, because if a man was given a mission, I heard what you said real quick.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard what you said about, let's say the fish is real and that man was given a mission. And in light of him not fulfilling that mission, we can now look at that and reflect on it. So whether he's real or not, we still can see the sign. I want you to know I heard everything you're saying. I'm just telling you how I conclude, what the conclusion I come to. But I get it. I hear what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying more than everyone else. Though we really just trying to get to the bottom of, can a Hebrew tell us if this damn fish is real or not? Now, we've been given a pseudo account of it being a bluefin tuna. So we pulled it up to see what the bluefin tuna eats. And apparently the bluefin tuna doesn't eat human beings. It eats herring and small fish. And then we also showed the picture of the bluefin tuna. And there's also a fraudulent picture circulating of the bluefin tuna, which I believe is circulated by biblical subscribers. But that's neither here or there, because we had to get Mike out of here because he was just over talking and being obnoxious, but that's what he does. Mike, I love you.
What I'm gonna say is this.
Ridiculous.
What I'm gonna say is this. What you're saying, I understand your point. What I do want to say is that also you got to keep into account the historical context, right?
Yes.
Historically speaking, if you were back then,
yes,
it would be a different story, right? Because you would not have the degree of science that we have today to make a logical assumption to say, okay, well, maybe it's not possible that that can happen. I mean, I know the elders are saying this. I know they're teaching this to us. But matter of fact, let me go and investigate this matter to see if this is true. That wasn't the mindset back then, because where we live at today, so much history has occurred and endeavors in regards to science that the people wouldn't challenge or ask these questions or do any kind of comparative analysis with other cultures like we do today, and or even look at the zoology. And look at to see what's in the Mediterranean Sea to see if that's even possible. Like what data that we can pull from zoologists to tell us, hey, is this even possible that an animal like this exists? What is the skeletal record saying here from anything that we've examined that either washed up on the shore or things that we've seen that we can actually substantiate? So because we didn't have the same mind we have today back then, you can better understand why a person would take that 100% to be literal, because they didn't have the same devices we have today to do that type of analytical research and to determine whether or not, oh yeah, this really happened, and or, well, you know what, this is simply a teaching tool.
Understood.
That's all I want to add to that.
No, I understand. Yeah. I believe most of humanity, whether that time or now though, understands something about digestion, because we did see medical records, whether it be on papyrus, whether it be on the walls, or whether it was by those who were entrusted to do the recording. And I believe ancient peoples up into present day can presume, outside of people who subscribe to scripture, that if anything is alive, it has some form of digestive system, and things normally don't go in and come completely out without not being deformed or even alive, especially not a whole human. I don't think anything's ever been documented on planet Earth, unless you can correct me or any other Hebrew could correct me. I don't think nothing on planet Earth has ever swallowed the whole human being for 3 days inside of its digestive system and come back out alive, whole and alive after those 3 days. I don't know if any organism has existed inside of any other organism's digestive system for 3 whole days, and come back alive those 3 whole days to fly or talk about it or walk right after. So that's why I would completely nullify that concept. But again, you were very forthcoming, so I will not ridicule you like I have to ridicule Brother Michael Edwards. Perhaps you should review his record, and then you'll understand what we're talking about. But
I didn't hear nothing.
It's love.
So I don't even know what's going on right now. You know what I mean?
So, yeah. I mean, you kept it 100.
We've been passing Michael Edwards the ball for damn near all this week, and he's been double dribbling and walking with the ball and throwing the ball away. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. He been bouncing the ball out of bounds, talking about no, it's good. I'm in bounds. Like, what the hell is wrong with Michael?
He traveling, talking about he Euro stepping. Yo,
Yeah,
Sa,
I mean,
can you?
That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me and him don't really build like that.
Oh, we could tell.
But he's a good brother. But he's gonna have his perspective, and you know it's gonna vary amongst the Israelite community.
Oh, okay. So, Sa, can you call? Yo, Divine, I want to thank you again for sharing. Cause I know you didn't have to share, and I respect your time because I'm sure you probably was doing something and had no intention or anticipation, I should say. So I respect the time that you gave us and the insight you gave us because you did your community a service without sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
but yo, let me say this to you. Hold on, let me say this to you. Do you want me to do a presentation on this?
That'd be pretty cool too, you know?
Yeah, but we can do it live on my show.
Yeah, that'd be smart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's a dope idea.
I'll work on it and I'll let you know when it's ready. All
right, no doubt. Peace, brother.
Peace,
man,
y'all.
he might be the Hebrew Messiah. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's get I mean, we still ain't get a yes or no yet. For if any organism on planet Earth can be swallowed by any other organism and stay in their digestive system for 3 days and come out after those 3 days.
Here's the thing, Polite. Here's the thing. They really don't believe in that book.
They just afraid to say something.
Just like everybody else, they believe that there's some good and some bad in the book. And when they get to the crazy shit, they know that it's crazy because, listen, here you go. When you ask a Hebrew Israelite, any one of them, when you ask them, do you believe in that story, brother, they automatically pose to say yes if they believe in the book.
That's correct.
Ain't no half, ain't no, I don't know. Brother, what you mean you don't know? God is telling you.
That's a fact.
He ate a goddamn fish and he swallowed the man for 3 days and 3 nights.
Hey,
so
I'm with that.
No, I don't know. Once you read the story and we giving you the chapter, it's in the book. It's either yes, do you believe it now? Or
I agree.
No, it ain't no, I don't know. You got to stand on your shit. And now, even the crazy shit. And that's why I said I gotta respect GMS because they stand on their crazy shit. No matter how crazy it sounds, they don't deviate from that shit.
Hey,
they tell you this shit is crazy.
Let me ask the audience while you get ready to call another Hebrew for our drive-by. I want to ask the audience: press 6 if you're dissatisfied with Divine's neither yes or no, but you heard everything that he said, or press 9 if you feel like that was another Hebrew body. Divine is just more sophisticated than the rest of them. So, so press 9 if you think we got him too. Press 9 if you feel we got him, or 6 if you appreciate what he presented and you don't think he BSing. Let's see. I'm gonna share the screen. Keep your 9s and 6 is gone. 6 is dissatisfied. 9 is dissatisfied. 6 is you're satisfied with that. Okay, a lot of 9s in the chat now. 9 is if you think he's full of crap.
Yo, you notice why the numbers is going up. You know that this is Michael Edwards' MO, right? When you got him staggering, when you hit him with a goddamn uppercut, that motherfucker, that nigga got the bobblehead and he's wobbling and wobbling.
The bobblehead.
He ain't gonna let you talk. He's not gonna let you talk.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
What you gotta get. He's gonna laugh. He's gonna chuckle and make it look like his shit is sounding deep. And he got you.
And yo, stop.
But see, when people go back and listen to the video, they're gonna be like, "God damn, what the fuck is he doing?"
And that's why I say, you know what? Don't just give him the 5 minutes. Give him enough 5 minutes. Because what he was trying to do is get kicked out before he have to answer. I know what his strategy is. So I say, you know what? Give him enough rope to hang himself. We gave him a 15-minute rope. And he didn't even want you to talk for 6 minutes. He didn't want you to talk for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I said, nah, let's let him talk as long as he wants because he ain't coming out of this with a yes or no. He want to talk about Kemet, and that's what a lot of them going to do, y'all. They're going to keep trying to take our attention, defer our attention to some other community or culture when we asking them, did this damn fish swallow a whole human being? Now, see if you can call Gorilla Hebrew, bro.
All right, Gorilla Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up?
All right, Gorilla Hebrew, I want to let you know I'm gonna let Polite say it. You're gonna have an option to hang up right away before we get to it. Go ahead, Polite. Talk to Gorilla Hebrew.
First and foremost, shalom, Ak. Peace and blessings to you.
Shalom.
All
What's
right.
up, King?
All right. So I just want you to know you got every right to haul ass if you don't want to answer this question, because we understand how serious it can get. So you can hang up ASAP if after you hear the question, you feel compromised or disrespected or too much credibility is on the line. The question is this. In the book of Jonah, chapter 1, verse 17, we see a whole fish swallowed a whole man and held them in his digestive system for 3 whole days and came out unsinged, unscathed, undigested, and able to walk back home to his family, unburdened by that experience, completely alive, not dead. That's what we mean. Do you agree that this actually happened, that this is a real fish, and that a real man was swallowed completely whole and kept in there for 3 whole days? Did this really happen? Brother Sarnetta is here to question you on it, provided you actually give an answer.
Yeah, I'll answer that question as soon as you tell me why you keep robbing God.
So you don't want to answer the question.
We live, Gorilla Hebrew.
It don't matter.
Look, man.
If you don't want to answer the question, it's all right.
Talk to the man who robs who he proclaims to be God.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you claiming that he God?
No, I said the man who he claims is his God, he robs. So I can't. All right. There's nothing to talk about to him about that.
Okay.
All right. So
he don't want to answer the question.
The same question.
Okay,
I'm gonna ask you the same question. Do you actually believe in the book of Jonah, chapter 1, verse 17, that a fish swallowed a whole man for 3 days and 3 nights, and then spit him out, and then the man was alive and well? Do you believe that story?
Yes, sir, emphatically, brother.
So, all right, there you go. Now, see, I'm going to tell you, Gorilla Hebrew, I respect your answer, because with other people, they tiptoe. Can you break down the story for us? Like, how did it really go? How did it happen? Like, a man really was inside of a fish for 3 days. How was he able to live that long?
So, real quick, how long you going to be live? Because I'm out to eat right now. How long you going to be live?
You can give me 3 minutes, and that's it, and I'll hang up.
Okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, so you have certain fish, i.e. like whale sharks and things of that nature, that don't have teeth, and they swim around the ocean, and they just inhale everything that comes into them, and they don't have all this acidic stuff in their belly that's breaking things down and things of that nature. So an animal similar to that swallowed the man whole. And the man was there in the belly to feast 3 days and 3 nights. And because of the way that his digestive system works and the fact that it got a blowhole on the top of his head, there's oxygen that's actually getting into that animal. So that's how the brother was able to survive for 3 days and 3 nights and then be able to come out of it.
Now, what kind of fish was this, my brother?
I said something similar to a whale. So like I said, I'm out to eat, so I don't have, there's a specific type of animal that I'm referencing, but I don't recall it off top.
Okay, I ain't gonna hold you.
There's certain species of whale shark. Appreciate you.
Now, I'm not gonna hold you, but you do know a whale can only barely swallow an orange or an orange.
Yes, that's a whale. I ain't talking about a whale shark. It's called a whale shark. It's not actually a whale. They call it a whale shark.
All right, my brother. Thank you, man. I wish I could get you. Man, I wish I could get you. I'm going to get you another time, brother.
Yeah.
Right, just call me. I'm out to eat.
Hey, next time you get Gorilla Hebrew, next time you get him, next time you get that brother on the line, just make sure you ask him why he remained a member of GMS, knowing that they say you can have sex with 9-year-olds. Why it took him so long to get out of there. All right, so you can call the next Hebrew.
Okay, so let's elaborate on this. Now, this is the third Hebrew with a whole different story. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a whale shark.
Reading the same book. All of them reading the same book. All of them believe in the same God. All of them believe in the King James. I mean, what's going on? See, Michael Edwards is upset with us, but now you got a brother that came out telling you, hell yeah. He believed that. See, Gorilla Hebrew is keeping it real.
That's right.
Michael is faking. Mike faking with the shit because he know the story bullshit. So Michael tried to get him. Michael did that motherfucking slick butt dance and shit.
Hey,
Let me see him get another one.
Hey, I know he comes from GMS. hold on. I know he comes from GMS, so he was supposed to be able to give it up like that because GMS always lets you know it was a real fish. All right? But make sure you stay on his body, pause, when it comes to that answer, because he said it's a whale shark. All right? So, and this whale shark doesn't have no real digestive system and has a blowhole. I don't know why he added that to it. So we know this is weird and it's ridiculous. And we know no organism holds another organism for 3 whole damn days without digesting it. And then throws it back up out of its body where man, and what this whale do? Drop him off the shore? What this whale shark do? Drop him off the shore and to his family again? How these people believe in this? We don't know. But call the next Hebrew, man.
Hello?
Hey,
Yeah.
Pastor Rock.
Yes, hold on.
Hey, we got a pastor now, polite.
Oh, what's up? How you doing? Peace.
Hey, shalom, brother.
Hey,
Hey,
Pastor
shalom
Rock,
to
I'm
you.
sorry for calling so late. I just wanted to get clarity on this verse in the Bible. And if it's somebody that can give us clarity, it's a pastor who had his
That's right.
own church, who go out and teach. Now the chapter that I'm talking about, I'm trying to understand the book of Jonah. Chapter 1, verse, the book of Jonah. Chapter 1, verse 17, where this fish, where God created this fish to swallow a man whole for 3 days and 3 nights. Do you actually believe that story? And was that real, that a fish was able to hold the man in his digestive system for 3 days and 3 nights and then come out the 3rd day still alive? Do you believe that really went down for real?
Yeah.
Oh, before you answer, let me let you know that we are putting this on the record. We are recording this. So you can hang up now if you want to hang up.
You live streaming now?
Yes, you can hang up now if you want to hang up. You don't want to answer it. We understand. We love you, brother.
Well, I mean, I could easily answer that, although I won't.
Okay. All right.
I mean, yeah, I do believe that the Lord had Jonah swallowed by a fish.
Oh, so you believe a man was actually swallowed. Can you describe the fish? Do you know what kind of fish that was?
But the book say a whale.
Oh, so you said a whale too.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to explain to Michael. He was so busy trying to correct me. Some books say whales, some books say fishes. See, he think it's only one goddamn book. There's so many books that will say different things, but Michael thought he got me. And I said, well, just like you said, well, just like the gorilla Hebrew said, well, Michael said no and started laughing. It was a fish. But he don't understand that there's different Bibles that will say fish. Well, maybe they might even say a goldfish. And people will believe that a goldfish swallowed a man. So can you break down that story a little bit for us to give clarity to the audience, brother? How did that go?
Right there.
Yeah, well, Jonah was supposed to go teach Nineveh, and he refused to go because the Lord sent him. So he tried to jump on the ship and go to Nineveh. I mean, flee from, going to Nineveh. And on the way, he got rocky and everything. And they're like, well, what's going on? And who on here said, and so the Lord.
Was it a sign? Was that a sign that was supposed to go down? Because Michael just kept saying it was just a sign. Was it a sign?
A sign. No,
that's what Michael kept saying.
No, I wouldn't say it was a sign.
Thank you.
The Lord had, had the waters rocky and everything. Then they told Jonah, they said, well, who's on here has sinned against the Lord? Or something to that effect. He said, it's me. Toss me over.
Oh, okay, so do you today think that a man can be swallowed with a fish for 3 days and come out alive? Today?
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, yes, because it was not too long ago, there was a man swallowed by a whale, and the whale spit him out.
a man was swallowed by a whale. You do know that a whale can barely swallow an apple whole, right? You do know that.
Well, I mean, this was about, I say about within 3-4 months ago. I was looking at the news, and they showed this guy who got swallowed by a whale. The whale spit him back out.
I'm out.
And the whale had him for what, 3 days?
But, no, not
the whale had him 3 days?
But no, it wasn't that long.
Oh, okay. All right, man. I ain't gonna keep you long. Thank you, Pastor Russ. Thank you for bringing clarity to the audience, brother.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Peace.
Okay, so we got.
All right. So, what I want to say to my audience and to the people, to polite audience as well, is that see, all of these dudes are crazy as hell. They all believe in this type of stuff. You know, grown men too, with families and wives.
Yeah.
These are grown ass men with families and wives, man. And they believe this stuff. He said he still believes it today that a fish can swallow a man, a whale. What do you take from this, Brother Polite?
I think it's insane. I think, okay, right now I was sharing the screen, you know, as they say these things, so people can see what's going on. Oh, so again, they will go as far as telling you they just saw something on the news. Don't y'all guys think y'all would have seen this report that a damn whale consumed a whole human being, and the human being came out to live to talk about it? And not just one day now, not just 2 days, but 3 days they got this documented in the Bible, and people are afraid to say that don't make sense. You know what I believe? I believe people put things in the Bible just to see how stupid people are, how naive they are, who would go for it so they can know if the spell is being lifted. And that spell we talking about is the evil spell of ignorance. I think they put nonsensical things in there and a few slick things up in there just so they can look at people struggle with reality. Because so long as they can get us to struggle with reality, they know they ain't got to do anything further. And so long as this much people keep supporting the Bible, they know they ain't got to do much for humanity. Because so long as humanity makes subscriptions to that Bible, they know they're in good hands. They know, oh, we can live to oppress another generation. That's a fact. Okay? So, and all these guys, when we be calling them, they be like, oh, I just woke up. Anytime you be talking to them, they be fresh and awake when you call them. And then once you start talking to them about the whale, they, oh man, I just woke up. Michael Edwards said the same damn thing when Sinetta called him. Said, oh, hold on, man. I just woke up. You know what time it was, family? It was about 7-something p.m. I'm not saying he couldn't have been sleeping, but he was wide awake, talking strong until he heard about Jonah. Then he started, I just woke up, brother, but I could give you an answer in another day. But and now this brother was like, oh, well, I just woke up, Yeah, y'all under the spell of sleep. That's why. So you want to call Mighty Hebrew? You want to call Zion Lex? I'm interested to see if Zion Lex can tell us yes or no. Zionetta probably already calling somebody.
No. I already know Zion Lex is going to say no. He don't believe that. I'm telling you, Zion is smarter than these dudes, Brother Polite, and you know that. I should try to call him.
Yeah, call him.
I'm going to see if the dance is up. Let me see if he up.
Call him. All I got to do is tell him we talked to y'all, the Hebrew brothers. Then he going to pump fake.
Yeah, let me talk.
Yeah, call him. Don't get Mighty Hebrew, though, first.
Close the door, man. Close the door.
Because Zion going to want to talk for a while. Call Mighty Hebrew. Well, he going to want to talk for a while, too. But call Mighty Hebrew, see if we can do this drive-by real quick on him. Well, call Zion, because it's late, and I know he probably got to go to work.
Yeah, I'm going to call Zion. I'm going to call Zion.
It said Zion is worse than Michael Edwards. Oh. Yeah, we're going to retitle this Jonah and the Whale. Michael, I'll call you right now. So stop fronting. I'll call you now. You just got to stop over talking everybody. You got to stop over talking.
Zion is asleep. Call Michael. Go ahead. Call Mike.
Nah, we don't need to call him yet. Call my Mighty Hebrew first. I'm just seeing if Michael got the heart to call in. Call me back.
No, the Mighty Hebrew is asleep. I tried to call him.
And Zion sleep?
Zion got to work early in the morning.
Damn, man. I should call Tazariak and just let him know off the rip. You can hang up as soon as possible.
Yeah, go ahead. Call him. You call him, polite. Go ahead.
Yo, text me his phone number again. Thanks, family. I appreciate you. Damn, there got to be another pseudo Hebrew out there we could do a drive-by on. But this is how you got to catch them, family. This is how you got to catch them. You got to catch them off guard before they start organizing the lie. Now, these people have been Bible thumpers for years. They've been dealing with the Bible for years. But when you ask them these questions, they need 2-3 days to break it down. They live their whole life by the Bible. Tell you they read it front and back every day. Then you ask them about a popular story. Hold on, brother. I need some time to break it down. I just woke up. Let me clear my eyes, brother. I ain't even brushed my teeth yet. This is what they say after they've been studying this book year after year after year, reading the same thing over and over. This is a very popular story. Okay, if the Bible was a URL, this is a trending story. It's a popular hashtag. But when you ask them about it, it's as though you asked them about something for the first time in small print inside that Bible. Nope, this story is in the same print as everything else.
Call him before he go to bed.
Okay.
He's still up too.
Okay, cool. I'm going to call him right now.
And let him know he can hang up if he wants to.
I got you.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, T? Tazaria.
Hey,
yeah, I want to let you know. I have to ask you a serious ass question, and I'm just keeping it real. It's about Jonah. This is Jonah chapter 1, verse 17.
Man, you did not call me
Yo.
at no motherfucking 12:30.
Yo, I had to, bro. I had to. I'm going to tell you why, too. I need to know, did a whole fish actually swallow a whole human being for 3 days, and then that human being came out that fish 3 days later, unscathed, unsinged, and undigested, and able to walk home to his family in the name of God? And I'm going to tell you this. You do not have to answer this because I will not record you without your permission. I'm on live. If you need to hang up this phone as soon as possible, I don't mind, and I will understand if you have to hang up this phone right now because I get it. So either you can answer this or you can move forward. It's okay. I love you the same, my brother. You know, my father's father is Panamanian, brother. So show me some love.
Shut your ass up. It's a live stream. That's a live stream, my man. I just finished the live stream.
Hey, so it's up to you. You don't got to do it.
Of course, the answer is yes. That's an actual story that took place. I can use analogies to common or updated realities to show the same exact thing. I'm driving now, so the short and skinny answer would be yes. That's a actual story that took place in the Bible. And so, how long y'all? But you know, you've been asking this question since motherfucking 20. What was that? 14?
It never gets boring.
In front of GMS?
Oh, no. I just got rid of GMS.
You said who?
I just got off with one of them GMS people, Gorilla Hebrew, or former GMS.
Yeah, hey, man, you gotta update your questions or something, man, because that's an old question.
Yeah, but the answer never gets old. And I still, I never got any proof. Hey, Tazariak, I never got any proof. You said that this actually happened, that it was an actual whale that swallowed an actual human being for 3 days, and the actual human being was actually able to walk.
I don't know if the scripture, I don't know if the scripture says whale.
Okay, fish.
Read it.
We'll go fish. We can make it a giant monkey, Tazariak, if you want. What animal or organism can swallow something for 3 days and don't digest it and throw it up and it be the same way it was in that it came out?
That's why I said if I wanted to, I'm driving right now, but
Okay.
I can actually show that same thing happening if I cared enough about it.
I got you.
don't care enough about it. But if I wanted to prove it, I could. It's not even a big deal to me. It's a big deal to y'all.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. It's a big deal to us.
Yeah. But it's not a big deal to me. But I could, if I wanted to, like I said, I could show comment or updated stories that show the same thing. Wouldn't be a big deal to do.
Hey, this is what I ask you to do if you can on your time, on your channel, whenever you may. Because for years you've been telling me you can show forth and prove something about this. As old as this question is, Tazariak, you never showed me shit. You never ever came through. You always say, I can show you, this has happened. I can show you analogy. I can show you comparison. Something went on up to date. But you're not the only one today that said that. And none of you have ever shown this as old as this question is.
Well, I don't think I've ever told you that I can show you anything. I don't recall that. I recall
That's not a problem.
that it's an actual story, but I don't recall ever. I can't use the term recall because people think when I say recall, I'm bullshit.
No. I could do that. I could do that with you.
I'll just flat out answer the question. I've never told you I would bring forth any information, and the reason being is because it's not something that I would care enough to debate about or something like that. I would just answer the question and then that's that. I don't think it's worth my entertainment like that.
I say this, for all the years I've ever dealt with you, I don't know you to be a liar. And the only time you've ever lied to me, it was by incident, not intentional, because you believe in the Bible.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I don't take no offense to this bullshit you telling me, Tazariak. I take no offense because I know you're a good dude overall. I know you don't mean to tell me this weird and ridiculous business. I just know that you have a good heart. You want you want the best black people. I actually believe all of this. So that's why I ain't gonna ragdoll you like I ragdoll everybody else. Because I actually got a great deal of love for you because I know you actually love your people.
I mean,
but that whale gotta go, bro. That fish story, that's crazy.
Now I'm gonna tell you what happens when we start getting into that world, right?
Yeah.
And here's where you're a good wiggle person. Is what I say.
Go ahead, King.
When we start getting into that world, right, where we start bringing up old stuff, and then if I start bringing up stuff or say anything like in Kemet or whatever like that, or any culture of African studies or something like that.
I got you.
People, you'll run into the same thing. You'll either switch up and say this didn't happen or that did that, da-da-da-da-da. So it kind of gets redundant after a while. But at the end of the day, like how you said, I'm going to believe what I believe. You're going to believe what you believe.
Yes.
So that's why I say, like, the question's got to kind of get upgraded, I guess, just a little bit.
I understand.
But I did see, here's what I will say. I did see the funniest shit ever. I actually saw you and that Black Jesus minister dude.
That was funny.
And I could not understand, like, what was I didn't know what he was on the show for. I really couldn't understand.
Yo.
That nigga said the snake had limbs or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And the Lord took the limbs off. Like,
and he had mental telepathy. The snake had mental telepathy.
Yeah. But there was one thing that you said, I don't know if it was I think it was cause I saw two things recently. I saw that and I saw you, and I think it was Zion and somebody else, and I think you was asking questions.
Yeah.
I forget who the brother. And you had said something that I actually don't do, but a lot of Israelites do.
What's that?
And you had asked the question. You said, I may not word it exactly how you said, but you said something like, do y'all study Egypt for the purpose of trying to find Israel in Egypt to like justify your existence or something like that? You said something.
That's right. That's right.
Right, you said something to that effect. I don't. And when you asked that question, I actually thought that was
good question.
One of the better questions. Yeah, that's probably one of the better questions that I've seen asked or heard or asked in a long time. Because that's a question. That's one of the reasons why I kind of like at some point I stepped away from Egypt, because I never got into studying Egypt to find Israel, and I just studied Egypt because y'all niggas was studying Egypt.
No doubt, no
But
doubt.
That was probably like one of the better questions I've actually heard. Now that was a good question.
All right, salute to you, my brother. Well, I know you say you driving. I'm not looking to hold you up. I thank you for.
I got Bluetooth. Yeah.
I thank you for not ducking and hanging up the phone as soon as possible.
Yeah, you see, I still got your number saved. I ain't even delete the number, so that's how I knew it was your ass calling.
I appreciate you, King. I hope you're good, and I hope your family's good. And
likewise.
you know, I don't give a damn what they say about you. You my man. I fuck with you. Just not when it comes to the Bible, because I get it.
Yeah, just like I fuck with you just now with that Kemet bullshit.
Oh, here we go.
Can rap any day.
Hey, at this point is when I cut you off. I was supposed to cut you off a few seconds earlier before you said bullshit.
All right, no sweat.
All right, my brother. Good talking to you, King.
All right, good talking to you too.
All right, y'all. So we just heard Tazariak. Y'all know the deal. Press 9 if you think Tazariak is crazy as hell for thinking that this fish swallowed the man whole. Or press 6 if you're satisfied with what he communicated. Keeping in mind, he did say he's driving, so he didn't have everything in front of him to deal with this. And he also said he ain't really too concerned about this question. It's relatively old. Press 6 if you're still dissatisfied. Oh, pardon me. Press 6 if you're content, and press 9 if you're dissatisfied and you think you're full of it. Okay? At this point, I'm sharing the screen, so if you press 9 or 6 before, press it again. Let's take a look. Let's see what the polls say. Is Tazariak batshit crazy? Or are you content with his answer? A lot of 9s. I see a 6 there. Oh, this guy has his name as Yahweh, so maybe that's why. Tofkek. Oh, that's one of them again with the 6s. I see what's going on. Lionheart, he might be Hebrew too. Okay. So the polls are in. Crime scene. Blood all over the floor. So the polls are in. Yeah, sorry, I said we crazy. I don't know if that's his actual page. But yeah. Okay. So the polls are in. The polls are in. Tazariak, unfortunately, you have been confirmed to be batshit crazy. The polls are in. Yo, sir.
Yeah, I'm here, man. You ain't had me on. You had me cut off, bro.
Oh shit! The whole time. My bad, bro.
The whole time. I'm like,
fuck.
And I'm writing in the chat. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yo, you know what?
I'm telling you to ask him.
Oh
telling
shit!
you to ask him about the snake, but he dealt with it.
I could call him back, but
Yeah.
all right. You want me to call him back?
He dealt with the snake, so that's good. He dealt with that.
All right. You want me to call him back?
Nah, that's cool.
Damn, my bad, bro. I forgot to merge the damn call.
Do you think we need to get Michael? Because I asked Michael a simple aas question yesterday too.
Oh,
like,
boy, what you asked him?
Michael, check this out. I asked Michael a simple question. You hear me, polite?
I'm listening. Damn, I see you text me too. Damn. Fuck.
I asked Michael, why did God have the heart in Pharaoh's heart so he wouldn't let the children go? And you already know he done gave me some old crazy ass excuse. I mean, God had to interfere
we need to deal with that
to not let them children go. I forgot what he said, but because it was so crazy, you know.
Okay.
But Tazariak answered the snake, so that's good. And I already knew Tazariak wasn't gonna say that same crazy shit that Black Jesus minister said. So I knew that already.
However, Tazariak did say that a whole fish swallowed a whole man.
Well, Tazariak always believed that because, like he said, we did ask them that question a long time ago. But the question never gets old because nobody never brings forth and show proof.
Yeah, that's a fact. They always tell us that they could show us. And so far, we've heard it's a whale. We heard it's just a big fish. We heard that it's a whale shark. And we heard a lot of stuff.
I respect the brothers that come through and keep it real with their Bible and stand on it, Tazariak will definitely do that. He will stand on his Bible, no matter how crazy it may sound to us polite, but
That's
he
a
will
fact.
stand on that shit, just like GMS will stand on it. And Michael Edwards is just a goddamn fool when it comes to the Bible. That dude, Michael Edwards, man. Oh my God. Michael is just, woo. He takes the cake, man.
He takes the cake. I'm with it.
That nigga there. Let's get Michael back on. Let's hear some crazy shit with Mike.
Yeah, we need to go back to crazy. This shit is starting.
Yeah, get Michael on. Michael right there. He's there.
Yeah, we've been talking for entirely too long. This conversation is getting too sane. We need a crazy motherfucker on this platform right now. Michael Edwards, please call.
You know, I was going to call Black Jesus, but he probably still licking his wounds.
Yeah, I thought about him too. We don't need his crazy ass on here today. Him and Michael, we can't have them both on the show at the same time. This is Black Jesus teacher after all. Black Jesus said that's his mentor. So that's what we gotta do. Yo, we gotta do a Morris one too. We gotta do a few of these we gotta do a few of these drive-bys to every community.
Yeah. I want Tazariak to get up with him more. Because Lord Abba been calling him out. And Lord Abba said he been, running, making excuses, saying he ain't want to do that. That's hard to believe because I remember Tazariak going all the way to Syracuse for the other Moors dude. You know I'm talking about Sharif.
Oh wow.
Where they was he went to Syracuse, and I think they tracked down Sharif, and Sharif ran or something like that. So I don't know.
Tazariak said call back. Oh, Hebrew Mike, look at that. Look who called.
Oh yeah, Tazariak said you can call him back if you want.
All right, I'm about to call his ass back. Yo, Mike, you gotta hold on too. Hold on, Mike.
All right, go ahead.
I'll make sure that there's something crazy been happening. Hold on, y'all.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna cut this off and start it again. Hold on, family. Oh my gosh. Yo, Si, I'm calling you right back. I want to make sure I can tie everybody. Damn, that was my back, y'all. We should be back on. My fault. Come on. Get back in there. Can y'all hear me? There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot I was using my I'm using my phone's hotspot for this. So I forgot when I turned it off, I turned off the internet simultaneously because I'm in the truck. Now we do Cadillac time, man. Y'all know we don't play. It's the big boy, man. It's the big boy. We don't play no games. Why they tell you I play games, man? It's the big boy. Family night. Can we go in the movies? Yeah, 2019. TV's in the headrest. It's the big boy. Come on, Si, pick up that phone. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Hold on. This that joint that, you know, when you on your celebrity thing and you want that privacy, this is some stuff I get my driver to deal with. Yeah, this is one of them things right there. You're not playing around. It's one of those things. It's one of those. Yeah, let's not be crazy now. I bet. We got Sa back. Hold on, Sa. Let me hang up on the other line. Shit. Hung up on Sa again. Sa, let me call you back. Okay, you good? Yeah, I'm going to call him right now. What was that number that I called? That's sorry. Okay. Michael Edwards, I'm about to call you back too. Just no crazy shit, Mike. Come on, bro. Like you wildin'? Hey, baby, you got your phone charger?
Yeah.
Let me get that. All right. Hold on real quick. Damn, why is this shit? Hold on. I'm going to have Sa call you because... Oh, hold on. I got it right here. Never mind. There you go. Cesariak, you on?
Yeah, I'm on. So.
Okay. And hey, right, I can use your phone light real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I got Sarnetta on the phone too.
Cesariak, what's up, man?
Now I want to say,
You all right? You all right, man?
yo, hold on, Sa. Hold on, Sa, real quick.
Yeah, I'm good to go. What's going on?
Hey,
Hey,
let me ask this question real quick, Sa. Real quick.
hold on, it's gonna be real quick.
All right.
Before y'all get into that, I was talking to Lord Amber yesterday. Lord Amber said he still would like to have a discussion with you. Are you interested in Lord Amber or no?
Yeah, we can have a discussion.
As far as of course Islam and
the Moors and Israel.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Listen, I've extended to Lord Albert for the longest that we can have. I said, let's first start off with just a dialogue. I've never had a conversation publicly with Lord Albert ever. And I tell you the same thing. I've had this conversation with Lord Albert about 3 times. We can just have a conversation first and then see where it goes. You don't necessarily have to start out as a debate because I've never dialogued with him at all. So if he want to do that, you tell him he can contact me. We can call. We can set something up. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I tell him the same thing every time.
I'm calling them all. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, polite.
Okay.
Polite, go ahead.
Okay. Real
Oh,
quick.
thank you.
Real quick, Cesariak. I've been seeing. Let me say pause ahead of time. No homo. I've been seeing Sa.
Polite. We can't really hear you, man. We
Okay.
can't hear you.
Hold on. Hold on, real quick. Can you hear me now?
Sound like we got a boost mobile phone.
Here we go, man, with the bullshit. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, so I'm gonna say no homo ahead of time. It appears that Sa been getting in your ass, and it looked like man down because it looked like you've been MIA. So I've been saying some very strong things about you Hebrews of ISUPK, and I want to know, since when does Cesariak back down? Have you met your match? Have you been bruised Have you been beaten up and bruised throughout the years for so long that you just don't got no fight left in you? Why is it that you are allowing Sarnetta to tear your ass up like that on a scholarly level? I don't know if you're missing it, but I know you're missing in action. And the people want to know, why are you MIA? Because normally you show up. But what he's been putting up about General Yohana, scholarly wise, and what he's been putting up about you and your beliefs, is looking real bad out there, my brother. Real bad.
Actually, you would have to tell me what he said. I haven't heard.
Okay.
Well, you know, you always say that y'all are one body, Captain. Y'all say that y'all are one body. You stand behind anything Captain I say when it's pertaining to ISUBK and the movement, right? Check?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so that means you stand by everything that your brothers say, whether they from wherever they at, Boston and Philly and wherever, you stand behind that. It's because y'all are one body. So if one brother says something, that's like Captain saying something. Check?
Yeah, I mean, but if they're saying something that is like unlawful or something like that, sometimes you have young men that can say something that's not all the way right, so I would have to know what they said.
Okay. Well, you know, you got some brothers that send oh man, where that's at? Where that place at? Where's Tahaka at? Tahaka is in where?
Baltimore.
Yes, you got the Baltimore chapter. You got the Baltimore chapter. I seen a video with them brothers. Old lady, 70-year-old, was walking by. And the brothers was up there talking about the black woman. And so the old lady stopped with her cane. She got a cane and everything. You can see all the gray hair. You can see her trying to talk and yell. And she said, "Stop that, young man. Why are you talking like that about me down?" And they literally cursed the 70-year-old lady out.
It's not a people.
You would have to show me the video to show me where.
Oh man,
my school. Yeah, you got to make sure it's my school. Yeah, because
it's your school. They got the banner up, brother. I know your people. I know the dude, the head man that's in there. I know him. I've seen him before.
Yeah, I have not seen the video that you're referring to, so I would have to see the video before I
Damn, see, if I was in the chat with Polite, I could probably share my screen and show it to you.
Yeah,
man, that'd have been good.
I would have to see it, but I don't know. Like I haven't. Like I watched the debate that Zion Lex and the brother with the metal netter. I watched that one, and then I watched the one with Polite and Black Jesus Minister. But I haven't seen that else, so I don't know what side that running his mouth about.
Well, no, I ain't been showing it lately. I was just gathering up the info. So when I could bring it to you and show it to you.
But Polite said you was doing some so-called damage.
Polite doing my shit. Polite doing my shit. The Don King shit. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, but you should tell him that shit don't work on me.
Yeah, he should know that by now. Polite. Yeah, so now let me ask you this question: Do you believe that the reason why the father is not in the household is because the mother is a whore? And the father had to leave and get out the household because 90% of the women in the household, the mother is a whore, and that's why the father is not there in the house.
I don't know about the percentages, but the father not being in the house, you couldn't pin that on one direct source. I mean, if you go back to the 70s, I mean, there's tons of things that have systematically been put in place to get the black man out the house. Allow my woman is just one of them, but I wouldn't make her just one source. But you can't deny that black women have played a role in us being out of the house. You can't deny.
So let me ask you, why do you constantly blame black women for being loud, for being obnoxious, for going at the black man? Why do you blame her for that?
Well, if you actually go back to I think the last interview me and you did on the street, I didn't just blame the black woman. I blamed actually both the black man and black woman. I did a lecture called "The House Divided," for the hatred between the black man and the black woman. So I don't teach that it's only the black woman that's the problem. It's the black man and the black woman that's the problem. Like we suffer too much of a battle. Like the battle that we have right now is who's gonna be more to blame and being wrong, the black man or black woman. I don't have that. I don't teach that. So I teach that.
Well, I don't think you need to blame the black woman or the black man. I think you need to blame the Most High. Because isn't it in your scripture, my brother, that where God said, where your Most High said that he will put a spell upon the black woman where she will look blue-eyed at the black man. Where she will look blue-eyed at him. What did it say, brother? You know what I'm talking about. You know.
Yeah, he didn't say that. What he said was, what the scriptures say is that if we didn't keep the commandments, that's what we would become. Like I now, because like here's what people do. That people like to cherry pick a scripture and say, okay, you blame the Most High because he said he's gonna do this to you. That's not what he said. He said that if we don't keep the commandments, these curses will come upon us. Now people read that and think the Most High put a curse on us. He did not. We put the curse on us.
No, that's the wrong chapter. I'm gonna get it for you right now because
you would have to give me
ISBK in Baltimore. ISBK in Baltimore is the one that pulled the scripture and said that. Yeah. So I'm gonna get it, and then you should pay it.
I know the scripture that you're referring to is Deuteronomy the 28th chapter when it says her eyes shall be evil towards her husband.
See, there you go. So why you playing, Captain? You know what I'm talking about, bro.
No, but I'm not playing. What you're trying to break, how you're trying to break the scripture down is not how you break that scripture down. That's why I said people cherry picking want to say it's the Most High.
All right, so can you say that again? Can you say it again? I don't want to cut you off. I want to hear it the whole time.
No problem. It says the tender and delicate woman among you who would not set her soul on the ground for tenderness. Her eye would be evil towards her husband and towards the children of her bosom. So it starts off talking about how tender and delicate that woman was, which when she's in her right state, that's exactly what she is in. But because we left the law, statutes, and commandments, we won't know how to live. We won't know how to behave in our households. That's why
let me ask you, why is that always
at some point,
my bad.
I appreciate it. So that's why you'll see in verse 56, I may have the verses wrong, but they cover in both sets. So in verse 56, it talks about how evil the woman would become. And in verse 58, it talks about how evil the man would become. But it's our own doing. It ain't something the Most High is doing to us. The Most High didn't make us not follow his commandments. We chose not to follow his commandments. So we choose not to follow his commandments. He's telling us what's going to happen when we leave the law. So when we leave the law, we don't know how to be a husband to our wife. So we be an evil husband to our wife. We don't know how to be a wife to our husband. So we be an evil wife to our husband because we left the commandments. That's not the Most High doing that to us. We did that to ourselves. That's why in our households, when we keep the commandments, now we start learning how to forgive our husband, our wives, our children. Start mending the bonds in the black relationships that we once destroyed under those commandments. So that's how you fix it. So it's not something that the Most High is directly putting no spirit on you to do. You can't blame the Most High for that. You can read James the 1st chapter.
So where does it say that at? That where it says because you have rejected the laws and statutes of the commandments of the Most High, that I'm going to make you, black woman, look down upon the black man. So
it doesn't say it like that.
Where does it say that?
I read the verse that you're paraphrasing. It just
but I didn't hear you say. I did not hear you say because you broke the laws and statutes of commandments.
Because that verse doesn't say that. When you read Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, it talks about the blessings. When you read 15 through 68, it talks about the curses if we break the commandments. So in verse 15, it says, but if you do not hearken unto me to keep these commandments, all these curses shall come upon thee. So it starts reading down, if we're not eating right, these curses will happen. And we're not.
So I don't want you to go too far. I like to get some of it. So you're saying that the Most High didn't know that they was going to break the curses? Don't he know everything? Doesn't the Most High knows everything before it happens?
What does that have to do with what we do?
No, I'm just asking you. He already knows everything. He knows that they're going to break the curse. He knows that this is going to happen, right?
But what does that have to do with what we do is what I'm asking. Like, that's like a cop-out, because like usually when people say, if he know you're going to do it, why he let you do this or why he let you do that? That's a bitch-made thing to say because it takes away the fight or the discipline that we're supposed to have within ourselves. We supposed to have discipline in ourselves. Well, that's like your child. That's like you having your kids, and you telling your kids what to do, and they say to you, "You knew I was going to do it. Why did you do that?" You're not going to tolerate that from your kids. You're going to say, "Do what I told you to do." So you can't say the Most High knew you was going to do this. You're supposed to man the fuck up and do what the Lord said, period. And not look for no cop-out like, well, Lord, you knew I was going to smoke this weed. You knew I was going to sleep with this whore. So forgive me. You such a bitch. Not you, so I ain't calling you a bitch.
I know.
I got you. Like, we be so bitch made to blame the Most High in those scenarios when that ain't the Most High fault. You got high because you wanted to get high. You can't use that notion of blaming the Most High because he's supposed to know this or know that. You can't do that.
All right, so Tazariak, this is the real questions that's coming up to you right now. We got like 5 to 7 minutes before we close.
Yo, we need to do this on the live show for like.
Nah, you're right. All right, but let me ask him.
I might do that on a live show. Like,
yeah, we need that. Okay, so listen.
I'll think about it.
All right, so let's do this.
But now I know you said 5 to 7. I got more like 4. So
okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. I gotta get ready to go to movies with the family. All right. Yeah, you gotta get ready to haul ass because you know I'm about to give you vintage polite.
All right, man. I think you should save this for a show, man. We could probably do a quick show tomorrow or anything, man.
All right, man. All right. I'm gonna let Tazariak, but Tazariak is gonna duck and hide. Tazariak is gonna duck and hide if he find out Polite is back. He ain't gonna do that on your show. The second I'm about to ask him a question now, I say, yo.
If we usually get strategically correct, I invited you on my show last year. Last September, you never showed.
I ain't got a problem with that, but you switched it up. That's why I didn't show up. You switched it up.
I said I wanted to do an interview first. I was honest. I said I wanted to do an interview first, and then we can do something after that. I was honest with you.
Hey, yo, bro, I'm there. And now this is what we could do for the record live. I can get on your show, and right after that, you can get up on mine.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
But we can't be doing no. I gotta ask General Yohana permission after you did it on. You gotta keep your word, bro. You gotta keep your word.
All we gotta do is schedule, but y'all can't say that because I live under that order, and I love living under that order. So I don't mind.
See, that shit is sketchy.
Saying it. No, the thing about it was though, the thing when I did it last year, that was fine. Y'all didn't show. Ain't had nothing to do with that. You can't blame that on no.
Oh yes, I can. Now watch this. I'm not gonna go over everything we discussed on the air. It wasn't that deep, but I just don't feel like doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not tripping. It's a communication breakdown. Hey, stuff changed slightly enough. The spirit I was in was like, nah, I ain't dealing with that. But I'll tell you, I'll do it.
That's cool. I don't mind that part. I just wanted to know that we was ready. I was ready.
Yeah, I know that.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so I tell you what. How about we do this? Both of you can come on my show, and you can be the lead in asking every question you want to interview Brother Polite.
Okay. But now maybe we do this behind the scenes, set up some time. I'll be busy the next couple of days, only because one of my ribs is in the hospital, so I'm dealing with her. And I got some other stuff that I'm taking care of. So
sorry to hear that.
That'll be good. But maybe this coming week we can do something.
Nah, it's all love, man. We'll figure it out. Sorry to hear that. That's definitely a priority. So yeah, we gonna get it in. We'll follow up. We got each other's number. I just wanna commend you for establishing enough wiggle room to get your ass out of here. When I gave you the 7-minute mark, you turned it to 4 minutes, and now we had this discussion about doing the interview.
We started talking about debates and stuff like that. That's all. You can't blame that shit. Listen, man.
Some things never change. You still slick.
Let me ask this real quick. You do subscribe to the teachings of the woman coming from Adam's rib, because that's what you refer to the queen as, your rib.
No,
so
I don't. When you say subscribe to it, you mean like she was a part of Adam, like he went to sleep or something?
Yeah, like your rib, like she was a part of the Adam's rib, like God created a woman from man's rib.
No, I don't teach that.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead, Polite.
Hey, man. Would you help an African brother that's on child support? Now let me stop. Go. Yeah. Yo, why would you? Oh, nah, I gotta keep it light now because my brother Sai said, "Yo, save it." So I'm gonna save it for him on the stream. But I'll definitely be on your show. You just let me know when you're ready. And then what I was.
Hit me up sometime tomorrow. You out there on West Coast time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, hit me up sometime tomorrow. We can work out some semantics on it, time frame or whatever schedule.
Okay. And what we'll attempt to do is do the fulfill the date that we're gonna do on Sonetta's channel as well, simultaneously. So that way, we got both dates in. But I understand it'll be tentative in the event that you got to change it. So we'll have a rain date too. So that way, if that date don't work out, it's cool.
We can always go back to the questions that we had set up for the winter to say polite Dorian round 2. If you want to do that shit live, we can always go back to that.
Stop.
I know. That's where we both. That's where we both agree.
A lot of new people's here now, brother. We can probably go back to that.
Yeah, I don't like the theme of round 2 because that's a major event type of energy, and I like to be more organized.
I'm talking about live for the people.
Yeah, but live for the people is more preliminary for me.
They would have to come and see it, I would think.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
You talking about a live debate?
Yeah, I'm talking about 7 tickets. Y'all go back up there. Round 2, Rumble in the Jungle.
Man,
we give people a nice good one in the minute.
First of all, Johanna's not going to allow that atrocity to take place a second time.
That's
General Johanna, respectfully, we're going to do that. I have no problem with that. General Johanna does not want that atrocity to happen again. Just because he got older don't mean he got sharper. Okay? Tazariak ain't no sharper than he was back then. So General Johanna don't want none of that.
I'm going to tell you, sparring with 2 lesser of opponents.
Oh, man, just having a good time. I was bored, Tazariak, because your ass hiding.
I ain't hiding. You see, you call me. I answer the phone as soon as you call. How could I be hiding?
Because you ain't saved the right name. You picked up by accident.
We got to revert to these peons, man, because
Nah, man, I ain't running, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna put polite in that category. So I know they just don't know how to do shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. But yeah, man, yo, y'all press 6 or 9. Press 9 if you want to see Tazariak and I do round 2. Do a second debate. Press 6 if you just feel like, nah.
Let me open up my phone now.
Let me see. Yeah, we on I Am Brother Polite, the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier.
Okay, so
press and 6 is against it.
Yeah, 9 is for it, 6 is against it. Man, why y'all want to see this again?
Everybody putting 9s on that.
God damn.
But you would have to put something on the line. But see, the thing about it, Polite would have to put something on the line, like belief or something like that. Everybody know my stance. I believe in the Bible.
That's right.
X, Y, Z.
I believe
we would kind of have to work that out to see what the subject would be.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be something. I never want to walk into a debate and it's just me defending.
Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I agree with you.
You know what I mean? So we would have to work out something. And that black woman is God. I don't even know why motherfuckers keep asking Polite about that shit. He done made his stance a million times. If you ain't gonna get it,
man, God damn, thank you, man.
He killed that shit the other day, right? When Black Jesus asked him, he killed that shit.
Okay. I don't know. No, okay.
And that don't mean that you agree. That don't mean you agree.
No, I don't agree. I'm just saying Polite made his stance known on it.
That's right.
I wouldn't even touch on it no more. The Black Jesus thing, I listened to some of Polite, but Black Jesus was funny as hell. Like,
yeah.
That was like comedy night.
Hell yeah, it was. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we would have to put something, like Polite would have to put something on the line if was to make that doable.
Man, I may have to really go with the people because the people are pressing 9 still. God damn. I ain't know y'all wanted that.
I mean,
all right, I'll tell you what. Cesaria, if Polite beats you in the debate, you would have to teach Michael Edwards for a whole year.
Oh, shit. Ain't nobody willing to do that with
Michael need to get up under my wing.
Yo, you know Michael is that's right. That's his mentor. That's Black Jesus' mentor.
Yeah, Mike's fucking up. Because Black Jesus was saying all type of stupid shit. He said the snake had 4 legs. He didn't answer no questions. I thought y'all was joking when y'all did that debate. That was real?
It was because I'm gonna tell you, he kept trolling. You know, sometimes every now and then you give these guys a light of day because they just trolling you for like years, bro.
Right.
So him and Chief X, I just got in the mood where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. You know, I got a little free time. I'm gonna give these guys what they want because they've been you know how it is when people troll you nonstop. And you just be like, God damn, you know what? I'm a probably just entertain this shit just this one time, and I ain't dealing with you again for probably another decade. You know, and that's what happened with that situation.
I actually spoke to him. He was trying to debate. He actually signed up. He wanted to set up a debate on your channel with me over.
Oh yeah, he was calling you out. He was calling you out.
Us being Canaanites or some shit like that.
Well, look, this is what we do. We use him as a lesson of teaching. That's what that was all about. Me and Polite already talked about it.
I heard you say that.
And that's the truth.
Every now and then.
He still got the text messages. I said, let's use this brother for a purpose of this teaching. This ain't no damn debate.
Hey, yo, Cesaria. Now, let me give you an example of your Hebrew brother, Michael Edwards. He said Tazariak still perms his beard and wears Zion Lex initials in his beard. You see, this is the type of stuff why we can't allow Michael Edwards in the halls of teaching.
I don't understand. I ain't got my hair no more. But when I did have my hair, I never told the lady braid my hair a certain way. That shit just sounds gay to me. That a man would think another man would put another man's braid style. Like, I wouldn't put nobody's name in my hair. Maybe a son. If I had a son, maybe my son's name, maybe. But a grown-ass man, I'm not putting no grown. And at the time, me and Zion tight now. But at the time, me and Zion wasn't even tight like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Come on, Cesaria. You did have his initials in your head, brother.
I did not. Like, I didn't even pay attention.
What are y'all talking about? Wait, hold on.
On my rank,
wait, let me just. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
On my rank as a captain in the Israelite School of UPK and as the Most High bear witness, I did not put Zion's name in my head. I didn't even pay attention to it. Like I said, only a feminine man would pay attention to someone's hair like that. I don't do that.
Yo, where did this idea come from? I thought y'all was completely joking.
I didn't think it was serious. Jabari mentioned that.
Oh, wow.
And when he first mentioned it to me, I told him that wasn't the case, and I didn't think it would be something that he would run with, but he did. But he actually asked me about it. He said, did you put the Zion? And I didn't know what he was talking about. And I said, no, I didn't do that. And then this was like maybe 6 months to almost a year ago, because that debate with Zion Lex was like almost a year and a half ago or something like that.
God
damn.
damn.
This was like almost a year ago that I told him I didn't do it. So why he brought it up again, I don't know. But no, I didn't do no shit.
Hey, yo, Sarnetta, there's a brother in the chat named Uncle Shug. He says Sarnetta has no integrity. RBG. Do you know who that is?
Nah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm about to block him. All right, man.
No response. No response, brother. No response.
Okay, I'm about to block him. I said maybe you have.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
No response.
All right.
But yeah, we can definitely work something out. Y'all both got my numbers. Y'all can call me. We can chop it up.
All right, no doubt, Cap.
Let's throw Jade and Nas in there too, somewhere.
All right, no doubt, Cap.
Hey, good talking to you, my brother. Peace to you.
Hey, good talking about you. All right, peace.
Peace. Hey, Mike. Get Michael up in here for get Michael Edwards in there.
All right,
He got to behave.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the discipline for that to last that long. My computer's on 4%, and the movie we're going to starts in 20 minutes, and I got to drive and pick up the other wife.
All right, get him in here. Just let him go nuts for a minute. Let the people hear the crazy shit that he's going to say. That thing is funny as hell.
Not
Michael
signing
in
up.
here.
I gotta get ready to get out of here. I was supposed to get off of this joint a whole 45 minutes ago. I gotta get off now. You know, we about to check some movie. I forgot what the name of that movie. What's that movie? Huh?
Brightburn.
Brightburn?
Yep.
Brightburn. We about to check Brightburn. This is Thursday. Thursday's movie night. We got to do this every Thursday.
Yeah, you know, polite. People try to get my attention by saying things like that.
I know.
I see it and then I don't see it. You know, polite.
I know what you're saying.
That's why you shouldn't even mention the character name.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't know if I didn't know if you wanted to turn up.
Niggas be crying and begging, wishing that I respond to them. I'm not responding to these niggas. Let them do what they do. I'm not over there on their channel watching them. I don't go into a chat room. I don't do none of that. I'm just doing me. And so that shows you that I am more important to him than he is to me.
That's a fact.
He be all in my shit, watching me. What is he doing? Man, I'm not giving these niggas no attention. Say what the hell you want about Sarnetta. But I guess, but check it out. Top what I do. That's all you gotta do. Top what I do.
That's a fact.
Not on YouTube. In the damn street, man.
That's a fact.
I don't know who the hell them niggas are, man. Let them keep clout tracing. I'm not gonna call them niggas names.
Hey, y'all.
I don't know who the hell.
Hey, PCR, make sure y'all get over there to Sarnetta Studios, Black News 102. He's keeping it live over there. He has a lot of good debates that's been going down for the people that's new to the show. And for thank y'all for the ones that's continuing to support and check out what we doing. Damn, son done had a troll account named after him too. He is savage now. He done had another name that I had to block.
Yeah, see, that's what these niggas do. But see, like, you know what it is? Me and you, I would say me and you, we started this shit, and we've been through this shit for damn near, what, 5 years?
That's a fact.
Going crazy?
Going crazy. Yep.
And so these new niggas come along later on, and they think that they could get us in the ring with them and bang with them. And nah, man, we
ain't even
past
earned
that
that.
stage.
That's a fact.
We past that. We doing bigger things. We more interested in teaching our people whether we got to beat them up scholastically, and that's it. If it ain't about that, then, bro, get your head, man. We ain't trying to hear that.
Yo, you know what's funny?
You're going to be banging by yourself. Say what the hell you want about Sarnetta. I'm going to keep teaching.
Look at this. You know what's
You're the
funny?
one that's going to look like the fool, not me.
You know what's funny? So I blocked his first channel. He has another one with a similar name, and he says, I know how to get his attention. That's stalking at this point. If you getting blocked and nobody want to talk to you, why would you create a new account and come back again and say, I know how to get his attention? Yo, this is a man doing this? This is crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yo, are you interested in getting a woman's attention? God damn, man. This is some crazy stuff. You got a stalker on the internet, brother.
I got a male stalker.
Yo, you should be ashamed of yourself, brother. Like, stop that. That's disgusting. Damn. If you come up a third time, you might need a restraining order, Si. If you come up a third time.
Yeah, I might need a restraining order on these niggas is weird.
Damn, obsessed with you, man.
Is. We ain't come from or nothing.
Obsessed. But hey, y'all, I love you guys. Thank you for coming in. This is the first episode of this is the first drive-by episode featuring Sarnetta and I. I think this should be a series. You know, we're gonna pull up on some people without them knowing. Physically and virtually. We're going to make this a series. All y'all got to do is type in right now before I close out. Let me know if you want us to pull up on the Moors next, if you want us to pull up on the Muslims next, and just randomly give them a call and catch them with the same question and see what they all say. That way, they don't get a chance to organize their lives. Let us know what faith in the community, amongst the people you be hearing and seeing post videos, let us know who you want the next drive-by to be on for Sarnetta and I. See, in this series, I drive the car, Sa got the gun. That's how this series works. I have the getaway car. He come, he bust them shots. He say, yo, polite, let's roll. He called the next person. That's how we doing this. So if you love this, you had a lot of fun. They want some more Hebrews. They said they want the Nation of Islam. They want to call some Nation of Islam people. You know why?
Them dudes are scared, man. They scared.
That's why we got to do the drive-by.
There's a lot of people scared, man.
That's why we got to do the drive-by.
Scary people. I'm gonna tell you the groups that's scary. The Nation of Islam, they scared to put their teachings on the line.
That's a fact.
You got the Moors. There's a lot of Moors who scared to put their teachings on the line. There's only the radical Moors You got Michael Edwards is definitely scared to death because he always overtalks people.
They said, look. They said call RZA. They said call RZA, but unbeknown to y'all, RZA don't even want to pick up that phone.
No, I tried to call RZA a few times, and RZA responded by saying, "Oh no, I think he want me to debate." So yeah, RZA too. RZA's not ready for this shit. These Negroes, man, they just want to be able to talk their shit and nobody come back and you know, counter what they talking about. They want to be able to just tell the people what they want, and you got to believe in them.
Hey yo, Mike.
These dudes do.
Hey yo,
That's
Mike.
Why do you think they scared of the debates? Because now people gonna challenge what you say, and they scared of that. They don't want that.
That's a fact. Hey yo, I'm gonna check y'all. Michael Edwards, put on your vest because you never know when this drive-by is coming. I'm gonna get the sound effects and everything. You got caught out there tonight, Mike. We don't even got to deal with you no more. Your ass got caught slipping. We caught you. We caught him walking down the block. You know what I'm saying? We caught him walking down the block unsuspecting, and he saw the car pull up on him. He tried to run down the block. We caught his ass.
Hey, but like, you know what? I'm gonna do what Michael do. I'm gonna take that little piece right there and put it up on my channel.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sorry that the body's Michael Edwards.
In a drive-by. Yo, make sure you show a clip of a drive-by and say, yo, we caught him.
I gotta show the clip.
Yo.
All right, peace, brother. Have a blessed night.
No doubt, man. We gotta start trolling the trolls. Peace.
Peace.